Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 recipes for some fall baking and cooking. We have a spin on a pumpkin tri-layer pie, some pumpkin oatmeal chocolate chip muffins, broccoli cheddar soup that will warm your heart, and we also have some butternut squash enchilada casserole. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Today we're going to start off with a dessert. So it can either be called a pumpkin tri-layer pie or a pumpkin lasagna pie. It is dessert. It is not healthy for you, but it is delicious. My stepsister introduced me to this dessert quite a few years ago, actually, at a Thanksgiving dinner at my dad's house. And I asked her for the recipe back then. I think it was a Company's Coming recipe. I could be wrong, but I have been making it every year ever since. It is one of my favorite desserts ever, and it is always a hit. So I will show you what you need and let's get started. Okay, so for this recipe, you're going to need a graham cracker pie crust. You can definitely make your own. I just suck at it. You will also need 3 small packages of vanilla pudding, 15 ounces of canned pumpkin puree, some cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice, Cool Whip, cream cheese, powdered sugar, and lastly, you'll need some milk. Okay, so for the first step, you are going to want to mix 8 ounces of your cream cheese. I just bought the large one, so I'm just going to divide this in half. And you're going to mix it with 1 cup of icing sugar, powdered sugar, and then you will fold in or gently mix 1 cup of the Cool Whip as well. So let's get started. Next, you're going to want to fold in or gently mix 1 cup of Cool Whip. Just put this right on in there. Now, because this isn't baking, this doesn't have to be baked, it's just a refrigerated dessert. It doesn't have to be as precise as it would with baking. I know baking is kind of like a science, I say. So if your measurements are a little bit off, that's okay. I rely on this that I didn't want to lick these right now. But I'm actually taking this to a family event tonight, so I will refrain. So that's it for your first layer. Now you're going to want to just pour it on in. That is your first layer. Now, the only problem I find with these crusts is they are very small. Like, that is only 1 layer and you can see it's already almost full. That's fine, I do this. Sometimes I'll take a little bit out and put a little bit on the side of this in each layer and just eat that as a snack, like while I'm waiting to dig into the real one. But it's fine. It just means that it's gonna be a nice bulky pie. So you're gonna wanna set this in the refrigerator while you work on your next layer. Okay. Now the next part calls for you to mix 15 ounces of pumpkin. It says 2.5 cups of milk and 3 small packages of pudding. And my pumpkin pie spice, it calls for 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, but like I said, I'm gonna use pumpkin pie spice. So let's get whisking the pudding. Your pudding actually resembles pudding, go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of your spice. Like I said, I'm just going to use the pumpkin pie spice. 1 teaspoon of that. And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and start with half a can of the pumpkin. Whatever 15 ounces is. gonna take our first layer back out of the fridge and we're just going to put this on top, and this will be our second layer. Okay, pull your first layer out of the fridge and the rest is easy. You are just going to layer this on top, and your third and final layer is super easy. Cool Whip. It will not be the prettiest thing you've ever made, but it will taste the best. And lastly, you're just gonna put your top layer is just Cool Whip. Nice and simple. It is a very full pie. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it's all done. Like I said, it's not the prettiest pie you'll ever see, but it is so good. Okay, so next up are the pumpkin banana chocolate chip muffins. You will need some baking powder, vanilla, salt, oats. I just used regular quick oats, 1 large egg, some brown sugar, pumpkin pie spice, pure maple syrup, some pumpkin puree, again, not the pre-made canned stuff, some milk, vegetable oil, and not pictured are the banana and the chocolate chips. Okay, so next up, we are going to make the broccoli cheddar soup. This soup was seriously so good and full of flavor. I made it earlier in the day and then just restarted it later. So you will need some butter, some salt, pepper, minced garlic, Dijon mustard, some medium cheddar cheese, cream, you can use as low or high percentage as you'd like, some paprika, some chicken broth. I'm just going to use these bouillon cubes. You will also need just a regular yellow onion, 2 heads of broccoli. It calls for 2 large carrots, but I used 3 medium, and some flour. Okay, so next we are going to be working on the butternut squash black bean casserole. You will need some corn. I'm just going to use frozen, but canned will work as well. You will need some tortillas. It calls for corn tortillas, but I always just use these soft flour tortillas. some cheese. I have a little bit left of the pizza mozzarella, so I will also dig into the medium cheddar as well. Some sour cream. This brand turned out to be amazing. I love it so much. I don't know why. Some butternut squash to roast. I usually just buy my own whole butternut squash, but I found this just prepackaged riced squash, and I thought it would be such a time saver, and it really was. You will need some green enchilada sauce, a can of black beans. I do recommend rinsing your black beans, but I don't like the black bean juice anyways, so go ahead and rinse those. You will need a cup of salsa, 2 peppers, some yellow onion, and then lastly you'll need salt, chili powder, and cumin. Okay, so once everything is roasted and seasoned well, you're going to want to start compiling your casserole. So start by putting a cup of salsa in the bottom, followed by your corn or soft flour tortillas. Add some of your seasoned and roasted vegetables on top. Spread a layer of sour cream, followed by a layer of the green enchilada sauce. Then you're going to add some shredded cheese over top of that, and then you're just going to repeat the layers. The recipe calls for 3 layers, but I've always just done 2 and it works just fine. Okay, so that's what the casserole looks like when it's all baked. It is so full of flavor and delicious. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that it took me a while to get out. Life has just been crazy, but thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon.